Hi everyone, I'm Rincey and this is Rincey Reads. Today I'm going to do a really quick Friday Reads type of video, but before I get into that, I just want to say thanks so much to everyone who left a comment on my last video. I got so many comments and I was not expecting that at all. You guys are very kind to me, and basically everyone said that do whatever you want, we'll watch whatever, which is always a nice thing to hear. I'm the type of person where, in general, I tend to just make whatever content I want for my channel. I never feel like extremely pressured or like put into a box just because I do booktube videos. I never feel like I have to only stick to certain videos, but it's always nice to have people comment and say that they enjoy my content no matter what, and they've enjoyed the various types of content I made on this channel over the years, and they will just continue to watch me as long as I'm putting stuff out there. So yes, thank you very much. That was very kind. Like, honestly, that really made my week. So this weekend is a Memorial Day weekend here in the United States, and I am so worn out from work, and I feel like I haven't really been reading very much. Like, I have been reading. If you follow me on Goodreads, you'll see that I've been reading. A lot of the stuff that I've been picking up are like young adult books because that's literally all my brain can handle. So I don't really have plans, at least as of this moment, for Memorial Day weekend. So I think I'm literally just going to set up my hammock in my backyard and read for as much as I possibly can and not do a whole lot else. So I thought I would just go over really quickly things I could potentially read this weekend. I've also been getting a little bit overwhelmed by my to read pile that I have here. Generally, I'm very good at like keeping it under control, but lately it's just been not happening because I think it's partially just because I haven't been reading as much as I usually do. The books I'm going to be reading are mainly all books that I just picked off my TBR that I think would be quick, fun reads for this weekend. I could go in a completely different direction once I start reading, who knows, but these are some possibilities. So first up, I have The Best We Could Do by Ty Bu. I saw her speak here in Chicago a couple of weeks ago, and then I got this copy and she signed it and everything. It's great. She was wonderful. I've only heard wonderful things about this graphic memoir, and I'm very excited to read it for myself. I believe that this talks about Ty Bu and her parents and their experience sort of immigrating into the United States and her just experience dealing with her Vietnamese identity and things along those lines as well. This is also one that I could use for the Read Harder challenge of read a comic book written and illustrated by the same person. I've done a terrible job at reading any Read Harder challenge books this month. Like, I've literally read none, so I need to probably do that. Another book that I have that fits into the Read Harder Challenge category is Scratch, which is edited by Manjula Martin, and this is a collection of essays from different writers talking about writing. I don't know if I'm actually going to be in the mood for this, but I feel like this weekend would be a good time to knock it out. I can pick up essays here and there throughout the weekend and things like that, and maybe it'll catch my attention and I'll read the whole thing all the way through. So yes, I'm excited to read this one because I've heard pretty good things about this. Okay, a book that I literally just got in the mail today is My Sister the Serial Killer by Onikan Braithwaite. I probably mispronounced that. I'm sorry. I think I saw someone on Book Riot talking about this because it's already been optioned to be adapted, I believe. And I saw this cover and I was like, holy cow, this looks amazing. This is basically like a slasher film in book form from what I can tell. And it doesn't come out until September, but I'm so excited for this book that I might just read it this weekend. And also it's not very big or very long, so it could be fun. Oh, it doesn't even come out till November. I usually don't read galleys very early, but this one might not wait. Speaking of galleys, I also have Welcome to Lagos, which I got from the publisher as well. This one already came out. I believe it just came out in May. Yes, it just came out in May. I've been hearing really good things about this one from a handful of different people who I follow on like Goodreads and Instagram and things like that. I've heard it's like a really fun, fast-paced book, so I feel like this would be really good for the weekend and something to sort of like mix up my other picks. This is a middle grade book called Amal Unbound by Aisha Saeed. This one I believe follows a Pakistani girl who basically stands up for herself, and this one was apparently inspired by Malala. This one was sent to me by Penguin Young Reader. I did not request it, but they sent it to me and it sounded really interesting. And yeah, like I said, my brain's been kind of fried, so this might be a good one to read just because it'll be a quick, easy read, and I've, again, just heard good things about this one. Next, in case I need a different graphic novel to read, I have All Summer Long by Hope Larson. This one was sent to me by the publisher because of Book Riot, and this one I believe is a middle grade comic book. You are following this girl named Bina, who her best friend is this boy named Austin, and they used to spend like every summer together, but then he ends up going off to camp, and also she notices that he's been just acting weird lately, and then while he's away at camp, Bina ends up becoming really good friends with Austin's sister, and I think it's just like a coming of age story. So yeah, this one's by Hope Larson, and this one would also work for the challenge of read a comic written and illustrated by the same person. Alright, and the final book that I have on my stack is Blanche on the Lamb by Barbara Neely. This is one I saw Dee Dee talk about in, I think she read this in February or maybe March, for March Mystery Madness. And when she was talking about it, it sounded so fun to me. So I got it from my library and it's due back very soon, so I really just need to read it. So that's why this is on the list, despite the fact that it's a library book. So yeah, in this one you are following this 40-ish-year-old woman named Blanche, who is a domestic worker, and the house that she works for, someone ends up murdered and she is one of the main suspects, and so it's about her trying to figure out what happened. This book is supposed to be like a really fun, cozy mystery sort of situation. I've heard that Blanche is just like this really fun, sort of like sarcastic type of character, and so yeah, this one would just be a fun one to read over the weekend. So yeah, those are my picks for this weekend. Will I read all those books? Probably not. Will I be trying to? Yes. So I think I'm just going to have like my own mini readathon weekend. So if you have plans to do the same over the long weekend, whether you have a long weekend or not, leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys plan on reading. Or even if you don't have a long weekend, just let me know what you're reading this weekend. So yeah, that's all I have for now, and thanks for watching.